What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we're back with T-Mobile Bianchi here on PCM 2020. We're into March now, and if we take a look at our star signing, Leonard Kemner, he is still injured and he is meant to start Perixx in a couple of days. If we head to the email tab, you can see it's my only email. It was the 1st of February, he picked up a fractured thigh. We are hoping he will be back sooner rather than later. However, if we take a look to the calendar, we have Strade Bianche starting off today. Then we head to Perixx, which is where Leonard Kemner is supposed to make his season and team debut as well. We then have Tirreno Adriatico as well. So in this one, we'll have Strade and Perixx, and then in the next episodes, we'll have Tirreno Adriatico and Milano Sanremo as well. And looking here, we will have our first objectives of the season as well. In this one, we want a top 10 at Strade Bianche. We won the race last season with Gianni Moscon, if you remember, so hopefully we can try and repeat that. We then need to win at least a stage at Perixx later in the episode. So let's kick things off today with Strade Bianche, and looking at our squads, finally Giulio Ciccone will make his debut for the team. He leads the team alongside Gianni Moscon, but we also have Matteo Fabro, Kevin Vermarca, Simon Pello, Davide Babato and Alessandro Covi heading to Italy. What a sight it is then. Ciccone finally in a T-Mobile Bianchi jersey. Not only that, we have Bernal as well, the new world champion for Ineos, looking good right there. Martinez with a wonderful champions jersey for EF. But anyhow, besides the points, Ciccone gets underway as a T-Mobile rider. So I've decided to avoid going in the breakaway so far, but they're chasing down this early breakaway. It's a dangerous one. Narvaez going through the car, but here's here, Conrad as well, Mosca, Visconti now for Bahrain, Geschke. So it is a very strong early breakaway, including Jonas Aguirre as well. So if this does go, could be dangerous. So that breakaway we're reeled in. We're going to try and take advantage by chucking Alessandro Covi into a new breakaway, hopefully. And there you go, 3 minutes up the road, we have a smaller but still a strong breakaway. Our former rider Marza, Visconti, Covi, Jacopo Mosca and Jonathan Narvaez are up the roads. So the race is lighting up right here. We're just gonna try and keep our guys in the peloton to the front, but plenty of attacks. Simon Clark, Vliegen, Sutelin, Warren Bargill, Rob Stannard, some very good riders. Masej Mohoric trying to get to this breakaway with Covi still up the roads. Most of those guys did join up with the breakaway. 11 riders are now here, but just a minute. It's going to be a struggle for them to hold on for sure, even to the end of this gravelled sector. 12k, this is a very difficult one. Let's watch for attacks right now. That sector was brutal. We've seen the likes of Fulsang, Quinn Simmons, Bardet out the back, and we're now seeing some attacks from this main group. I think Schachmann is trying to bridge to that breakaway. Still Covi looking pretty strong up the roads, and Gorka Izagirre has Marder for support, so he is in a great position. Also Cosnefra trying to attack as well. I think we're going to try and stay here with our guys. Ciccone and Moscon are only riders with anything left right now, so let's try and stay to the front because Schachmann has been caught right there. So we're now in a pretty good position with a rider up the roads in the break. No attacks taking place, and Covi not looking completely done in this race just yet. So 30k to go. Covi still looking pretty good. If he was on a plus day, I think he would be our leader now at this year's Strade Bianche. But because of that -1, we may have to try and attack up to him because I can't really see him winning with that -1 day. Gorka Izagirre has to be the big favourite up the roads, in my opinion. Let's make sure we're staying here. Narvaez as well, to be fair, could be a very, very good rider in that final today, but I think we will try and attack up to Covi in a moment. So we're about to see some attacks off the front, and we're going to have to try and follow here. Gianni Moscon trying to attack to follow Bardet, Cosnefra and Yves Lampert. Can we get to their wheels? We can get to Cosnefra. Ciccone as well is feeling fresh. We need to cover off moves in all of these groups right now, and this is going to be so difficult to manage. Ciccone can now try and come to the front as well. Coming on to this gravelled sector, Covi still at the front of the race, and here you go. Narvaez is trying to attack off the front. Did I react in time? Right there with Covi. We're just about getting to his wheel with Gino Marza here as well, but that is so difficult. We now have 3 riders just ahead of the rest of the breakaway, and Yves Lampaert is bridging that gap as well. Can I get Ciccone to the front too? That may be too difficult. We have riders all over the road right here. I want Ciccone to the front because he is feeling good. Moscon in the second group. I think they are about to come together. And there you go. Covey has now been caught in that breakaway. It was a great rise by him. He needs to chase down T.S. Benoot though, as Ciccone now joins the front as well. We have 3 riders out of 19 at the front as T.S. Benoot makes his bid to win Strade Bianche. Let's use Covey if we can. 12k to go. But there you go. Julien Alaphilippe, Phil Gilbert, Yves Lampaert all trying to make their bid. Ciccone cannot get to the front sadly for him. It doesn't look like his first outing in a T-Mobile jersey will be victorious this year. Can we try and get to the front of this group with Gianni? Let's follow Schachmann if we can. At least get to Lampert's wheel or T.S. Benoot. And we do that. But Alaphilippe has gone up the road in front of a group of 8 riders. This is a very, very strong group. Ciccone as well trying to get on. I think he could be done for the day though. Let's relay to try and bring in Julien Alaphilippe if that's possible. But now Lampaert tries to follow Davide Formolo off the front. Moscon is not feeling good, but we do have 4 riders stretching away right there. Lampaert trying to cover off every move. Quick Step in such a good position with Alaphilippe up the road, and surely they should relay right now as Alaphilippe is caught. Moscon cannot quite hold the wheels right here. We're going to have to rely on Benoot or Alaphilippe to bring this in, but Lampaert attacks away. What a rise by Yves Lampaert at this year's, of course, Strade Bianche, attacking away from Formolo. Not the best rider on the hills, but Yves Lampaert could well win this year's edition. Moscon, I think, will compete for a top 5. Let's try and come into the finish at the front of this group. Let's try and get a podium. I don't think we're going to win after winning last year as Benoot tries to make a move. Here comes Moscon catching Yves Lampaert. Here comes Moscon into the finish. What is going on? Gianni Moscon is the king of Strade Bianche because he is going to win 2 years in a row. Gianni Moscon wins Strade Bianche ahead of Davide Formolo. Quick Step didn't take it in the end. They should have probably gone for Julien Alaphilippe. Schachmann rounds out the top 5 in what was a brilliant race here today. What a start to today's episode. Gianni Moscon somehow comes back to win Strade Bianche 2 years in a row for the big Italian. Somehow we beat Formolo. I was sure Quick Step had it with both Alaphilippe and Yves Lampaert in the final. Lampaert couldn't hold on that final steep incline. I said his hills weren't too much compared to the rest of these guys. But Moscon with an unbelievable comeback, beating so many really strong and capable riders here in Italy. And I must say, Covey did a brilliant race today up in the breakaway for so long. And he helped out Moscon and Ciccone as well into the final. So big shout out to Alessandro Covey for his performance helping Gianni Moscon today. Guys, can you believe this? We have the prize money email, but 8th of March, the day Paris-Nice is set to start, the day Lennart Kemna was set to make his season debut, and he is back on the 8th of March. How is that for luck? Lennart Kemna makes it back in time to start his season at Paris-Nice. So I think it would be right to look at the parcours for the 2022 edition of Paris-Nice. We have a short prologue to start, then a flat stage for the sprinters, and a very fun one into Saint-Etienne on stage 3 with that climb 13 kilometers, average of 6%. Very nice one there. Stage 4 for the sprinters. We then have another time trial on stage 5, slightly longer that time. Stage 6, a very punchy finish right there on Mont Faron. We then head to another punchy stage before finishing with a very difficult route over the hills, Col d'Ez in Nice. Making his debut finally for T-Mobile Bianchi is Lennart Kemna today in Paris-Nice. We also have Giovanni Aliotti and Vadim Pronsky in the mountains. In the sprints though, we have a strong team with Rick Zabel, Stefan Bisker, whilst Kevin Vermarker and Michael Scher also come to Paris-Nice this year. Underway we go then here in France, and TJ Van Garderen, it is our first sighting of him in the rainbow bands in the time trial. Anyhow, let's take a very quick look at the start list. So Alaphilippe is one of the guys to make the trip from Italy to Paris-Nice. We have Roglic here, Pogacar, Stefan Kung with Thibaut Pinot, Hershey leads Facebook Trek, Adam Yates is here too, Bardet, Carthy, Quintana. It is a super strong start list with Bernal leading the Ineos Grenadiers as well. So this is, as we expected, going to be a really difficult race. So Sivakov currently holds the leads early on, but one Remco about to cross the line, and he does take the provisional leads. So Rowan Dennis, the pre-stage favourite, is next. Can he beat Remco Evenepoel today? Seemingly not, although it will come down to the same seconds. Guys, I really hope you're excited as I am about this, because Leonard Kemner finally gets underway in a T-Mobile Bianchi jersey for his prologue here at Paris-Nice. I think I've worked out a pretty decent tactic. You can go up to around 87 or 85 on this short little climb, up to around 3%. Let's drop it to maybe 80 over the top. There you go. We can now go down to 80 with Kemner and hopefully take this to the line today. Remco still has the best time, and Kemner is set, of course, to be our GC leader, challenging the likes of Remco with running out of yellow, maybe a little early or just about timed okay across the line. Kemner 13 seconds down, it's not too bad. So we'll see the final challenges today across the line. Pogacar into 9th place, a great time for Pogacar, but next we have his countryman Primoz Roglic. Can he maybe even beat Remco today? No, he can't. 6 seconds down behind Pogacar. And finally, we have Julian Alaphilippe, the final man on course today here in France. It's only 42nd. Remco Evenepoel wins stage 1. So a decent first stage here in France. We don't lose too much time with, of course, Leonard Kemner. 14 seconds, not the best stage, but we're certainly not out of it just yet. And Thibaut Pinot, must be said, a very impressive time. Quick news as well, before stage 2, Jakob Fuglsang throws in the towel, clearly not feeling too well, and he could have been a genuine contender for sure. Underway we go then for stage 2, and the flattest stage of the race today. We're going to focus on Rick Zabel in a sprint finish. Okay, so let's take a look through the peloton, because we currently have 44 km/h winds, and on that downhill section they've really stretched out quite a lot, and I think we can definitely try and create some echelons right here. So we're going to come to the front over the top of this climb and see if we can create some splits. Here we go then, 65k to go, and we're really pushing it now on the front for Marker, Cher and Biska up to 92. And you can see, if I just scroll through this group a little bit, how much everyone is trying to get to the left hand side of the road. Surely this is going to create some splits, and there you go. We first finally have one echelon. Let's try and push on and create some more gaps. So gaps are being created and then they're being closed all the time right now, and I've done something I very rarely do. I've put everyone in our team relaying on the front, including Rick Zabel. I think this really could be a great opportunity, so we're going to try and capitalize here by using all our guys on the front. So we're working so hard, but still we have 70 riders in this group. I'm certain if we just continue pressing on, we could well create some more gaps. There you go, 14 more riders are forced behind. Michael Matthews, Cosnefra Hershey, these guys are no slouches. These are strong riders that could genuinely contend for the GC, so we're just pressing on with everything we can. And there you go, another split off the front. Groenewegen, Soler are in this group. Nairo Quintana, Nacer Bouhanni, and look at the size of this gap we have formed already. So 20k to go, and this is a very exciting start to the race because these guys are not getting back in. So many riders, we'll analyse it more after the stage. Simon Yates seems to be struggling. Groenewegen as well at the back of this group. I'm trying to keep Kemner in a good position here. All our guys that were relaying are now done. I may even try a little move with Kemner to try and gain some time in the GC. Wouldn't that be pretty special on a flat stage like this? Even the likes of Mark Hershey cannot bring this group in right now. And you know what? I was going to try and go for Zabel in a sprint, but the likes of Philipsen, Damar, they're all still here. So 11k to go. I think we could well try something with Leonard Kemner. Zabel will do a little relaying on the front right here, and then I'm going to try something with Leonard Kemner. So we're dropping riders, just pulling on the flats here with Rick Zabel. He is now done for the day. We have 7k to go, and here you are. Leonard Kemner launches the attack for T-Mobile Bianchi. Let's go straight to 84. Lutsenko tries to follow. This is a GC day right now, and Kemna hopefully won't be caught by Lutsenko, but he just about is. Right there, let's follow or sit up in this group if we can with 4k to go. Sam Bennett is still here. Maybe I should have settled for a sprint, but this is becoming so explosive. Pogacar needs to close that gap right now. We have 2k to go here. Bennett seems done. We have Remco, Lutsenko, 29 riders now at the front. I'm in Lutsenko's wheel with Leonard Kemna right here. 21 riders into the final kilometre. Kemna can sprint for the stage. Sam Bennett doesn't have it, and Tadej Pogacar may not take it, and Remco Evenepoel takes his second stage win of the race. Kemna at the front, and we have 17 riders here in the front group. My oh my, I can't wait to see all of these gaps. So let's take a look through straight away. Remco, what a stage win again. He's just such a strong rider. That is the issue right there. Nico Denz came close, but Kemna, very good stage for him right to the front. If we take a look down, no gaps performed right to the finish from that very front group, but of course 2 minutes to Lopez, Ruta Pools, Gegenhardt, Simon Yates, Hugh Carthy, Nairo Quintana, Romain Bardet. We have really narrowed down the GC early on at a very unexpected opportunity. Underway we go then for stage 3 of what has been a hectic Paris-Nice so far. And we have riders like Mike Woods trying to go early on in the breakaway. I think we will keep our guys in the main group unless I can get someone like Bissiger in the breakaway. 29k to go in the stage, and our guys have come to the front. Bissiger, Cher and Vermarker is going to try and come to the front here to set a hard rhythm on this kind of early false flat section. Then it gets steeper and steeper as the climb goes on, and maybe we can try something with Kemna, but probably we'll be focusing on trying to just stay in the GC battle. So 3k to go on this climb. Lopez has actually come to the front for Astana. Very interesting move by them right there. We have 71 riders still here, so quite a few, so unlikely we're going to be able to take this in any kind of sprints. And Aliotti is struggling as well. I'm wondering if we can maybe try and attack right now with Kemna. You know what? Aliotti is struggling. Let's go right now. Leonard Kemna launches a little move over the top of this climb, who can follow quite a few riders for now, it would seem, as Kemna tries to launch it, but no one really has been dropped, so probably worth sitting up right there. Still 41 riders here, and really would rather keep Aliotti here too. Here you go, over the top of this climb. We have had a move. Primoz Roglic is trying to get away. Kemna is going to try and launch to his wheel. Evenepoel is on our wheel, so you know what, he's the race leader. We'll make him do the work, and these three guys have gone off the front. Roglic, Evenepoel and Kemna. What a group that is, as we've had quite a few splits over the top as well. If we can hold this to the line, that would be a lovely move by this trio. So 10k to go, we were just caught, so Kemna is going to try and re-attack off the front. We're pretty much downhill to the line, so let's just continue this attack, and Kemna has a 15-second lead on that group. What a win this would be for Kemna. Cosnefra trying to close the gap to Leonard Kemna. We have a 8-second lead coming into the final 3k. Sorry if the FPS isn't quite there, but anyhow, 2k to go for Kemna. Cosnefra is still trying to close the gap into the final kilometre. Here comes Kemna going for the line, and his first win in T-Mobile colours. Leonard Kemna wins stage 3 of Paris-Nice. What a victory that is after a really great start. Kemna finally gets a first victory. Wow, that was a pretty fun stage, let's be real. Kemna takes our first stage win of the race and his first win in T-Mobile colours, like I said, and it does move him to 14 seconds down on Remco Evenepoel. Underway we go then for stage 4 here of Paris-Nice. I've tinkered with the graphic settings. We've had some lag in the previous couple of stages. Seems to be better. I've increased the settings, but anyhow, seems to be better on this one. Kevin Vermarker is, as you see, up the roads in the breakaway, but he's being chased very aggressively right now. Let's see if this breakaway goes. In the end then, it will be Samitier, Armorai and Vermarker up the road. Just 3 riders then. Let's just see if we can take this intermediate sprint. We may as well go for this with Vermarker. Not quite sure if this break has any chance. I doubt it, but let's see how this plays out later on. So we may as well try and challenge for this KOM. Samitier launches the sprint, but Vermarker is very punchy, so I feel he may have a great chance here. And there you go, you can see his acceleration really showing his real ability and potential on the hills right there. Vermarka, still a very young rider. So second KOM sprint of the day. One of my favourites, Bruno Armorai, launches it here. But hopefully this will be no problem for Vermarka. But Armorai, really strong right there. He takes all of those points. Vermarka now there or thereabouts in this competition. Great ride by Vermarka, the strongest in that breakaway. He is now done for the day though, so share can now go up to 90. I think we can start using our final gels. We'll wait a bit for Zabel, wait till around 7.5k, and it's going to be interesting here to see if a pure puncher can take this on that very short incline, or whether one of the expected sprinters can take victory today. We have Pronsky here to help out. Bissiger, pretty good on the hills and the mountains as well, so he is another option for us. But Mikkel Scher can now go to 95. 4.5k to go. Let's go 99. We're in a fantastic position here. Pronsky can now go up to 95 as well. We need to be careful though, because we do have that uphill section. So let's drop it to 90 with everyone else on our wheel. Here we go. Pronsky up to 99. We're going to sprint right now with Vadim Pronsky, and we've gone off the fronts. What on earth has happened here? The AI have lost out absolutely horribly, and it's going to be a 1-2-3, I think, with our guys. There you go. Bissiger actually does take the stage win, does he? Just ahead of Zabel. Damar will be third, but Bissiger wins the stage of Paris-Nice. The AI was sleeping right there. Well, certainly not the way you want to win a stage, really, but a 1-2, Bissiger and Zabel. A great win for Bissiger in his young career today. So he failed to deliver in the first TT of this year's Paris-Nice, but TJ Van Garderen in the Rainbow Bands is just a crazy sight. Does look to be on a good time, and there you go. There is somewhat of the TJ that won the World Champs last year as Rick Zabel gets underway. Okay, here we go. Stefan Bissiger underway for us, and a +3 day for Stefan. Maybe we can even challenge TJ's best time here. So first split for Bissiger, we're third, just 2 seconds down on the American. Hopefully we have enough left to push this a little into the final. Here we go then, Bissiger coming into the final kilometre. I think we have plenty of energy here. Let's even try to go to 90. I want to make sure we use all our yellow to the line with Stefan Bissiger. Can we beat TJ Van Garderen? Yes, we can. Stefan Bissiger into the provisional leads. However, I'm afraid this may not last too long, because Paddy Bevin coming to the line for Team Spotify. Hopefully Bissiger has done enough here, but Bevin has taken the lead. And another rider actually doing well for us, Vadim Pronsky, a +4 day for the Kazakh here in France. Let's see where he goes across the line. Could be pretty respectable. 37 seconds down, not too bad at all. This is the type of day we signed this man right here for, because Lennart Kemner gets a +2 day. He can TT pretty well, and hopefully he will definitely at least stay in contention for the GC and not lose heaps of time like Aliotti is, despite him being also on a decent day. So Lenny Kemner comes across the first checkpoint right now. Oh boy, I did not expect that, because Kemner is second, only behind Egan Bernal, who is somehow first at that first split. And behind us, Yates is going strongly too. We have plenty of yellow to work with. I can even go to 77 right now, maybe 78 pretty shortly too. So Egan Bernal swings across the line. He drops to 5th place at the finish, but here comes Kemner. I think we've paced ourselves pretty nicely here. 99 across the line for Lennart Kemner. 22 seconds down. It's not too bad at all. A great TT, in fact. But we're now into the top 10. Pogacar coming across the line. Where is he compared to Kemner? And I think he's behind the German by over 10 seconds. But Andreas Leknesund, a very good TTer. He is second, still behind Campenet. Maxi Schachmann, also a very good time trialist here. Can he beat Campenet? To the line, he drops 18 seconds. We have Pinot further back, who is on a very good time trial actually for the Frenchman standards. Let's see where he is across the line. Drops quite a lot in the finish, to be fair, which shows how good Kemner was. But here comes Roglic, 6 seconds ahead of Victor Campenet, with Kwiato, Rowan Dennis and Evenepoel left, so some very strong guys still to come. Let's watch them across here. Mikhail Kwiatkowski, I don't think is going to win today. Not the best TT. Rowan Dennis takes the provisional best time, but here comes the current race leader, Remco Evenepoel across the line, and he wins again. I think his third stage win at Paris-Nice, beating Rowan Dennis. This right here is shaping into such a fun GC battle because Remco Evenepoel looks so strong. Dennis and Roglic as well, but Kemna, really good time today. Same for Bisker, of course, but Kemna, our GC man, behind Bernal, but ahead of pretty much everyone else, it seems, with Pogacar, Yates, and plenty of others further back. And that does propel us into the top 10 now. We're 53 seconds down on Remco. It's a fair amount to make up. Good to see Letnesund as well developing, the Norwegian, a really, really good GC rider now. But Kemna is primed to try and challenge for this Paris-Nice. So we finished today on Mont Faron, 5.7 kilometers, an average of over 8%. This could be a GC day for sure here at Paris-Nice. And Kemna, 53 seconds down now, is really in the mix. Plenty of guys trying to get in the early breakaway. I think we're just going to stay in the main group though. So in the end, I did decide to try and join the breakaway. Gebre Zabier is up the road, but I tried to put Bisker in the break. As you see, he is here. We do have some good riders, Samitier, Mike Woods and the like up the road, so just covering off in case this does go to the line. So I'm not getting excited just yet, but Stefan Bisker and the breakaway have 3.5 minutes, 30k to go. We of course still have these big climbs, so certainly not over, but the likes of Mike Woods in this breakaway, even Samitier and Dombrowski, two riders from Spotify, surely they have to be feeling good about potentially trying to go for the stage. And suddenly it's all happening in the breakaway because 10k to go. We have Padoon, Samitier and Gesper just up the road, Chevalier, Bisker, and then Mike Woods, probably the favourite here for me, behind with Bisker. We're not going to do any work with these guys. Surely it's up to them, Mike Woods in particular, to try and bring those guys in up the road. He has to be the favourite for the stage, in my opinion, at least. 8k to go and 2 minutes 50. It seems it's a breakaway stage here. So 5k to go in the stage for Bisker. Kemna trying to get into a good position. Let's pace at 85 with him. Pronsky can try and protect Aliotti on his wheel. Pogacar is attacking from the main group. Where are these guys? Here they are coming into the climb, and Alaphilippe is attacking straight away off the front. This is going to be impossible to manage all these situations because Bisker, I don't think, is going to take the stage win. We'll drop him to 75. Not strong enough seemingly today, and Kemna having to go so hard here off the front. We have no contenders right now. Alaphilippe was swallowed back in, but Kemna just trying to make sure he doesn't lose time today. That has to be the goal. Bisker now a minute behind the guys at the front. Samitier attacking for the stage win as Aliotti and Pronsky are really struggling as well now. Kemna on 87. This is an unbelievable rhythm on this climb, and I may even drop Bisker here. Let's drop Bisker to maybe 55 and we should catch him pretty swiftly in that breakaway. Kemna doing a decent job for now, and here we go. Bisker can now try and protect Lenny Kemna for a little while. 1.8k to go still in this climb. This is a brutal climb right here. The world champion now is to our right. We have hardly any riders left in this group, and Bisker is going to protect us for a little while, but he's almost done already. Kemna just trying to stay with these guys to the line. Let's sprint up the road. Samitier has taken the stage win, and Remco Evenepoel, again the strongest from the GC group, beating Primoz Roglic. Then we have a few guys behind, and Kemna a little way back. I think we're going to lose a couple seconds here on the elite guys in the GC, which is a bit of a shame for sure. However, we do have the likes of Mollema, Letnesund, even the world champ Egan Bernal losing time from the top 10, and quite a lot of it. Dennis as well, so we could well move up in the rankings. A brilliant stage win for Sergio Samitier today for Team Spotify. Really by far the strongest left in that break, when you can see Kemna has lost 18 seconds to Evenepoel, Roglic and a few other GC riders, but massive gaps behind. Bernal drops a lot of time. So many riders lose time here, and Kemna does stay in 8th place, which I believe is where we were at the beginning of the stage. Now 113 behind Remco, who does look absolutely unbeatable right now for sure. I have tried to put a few riders in the penultimate stage of Paris-Nice breakaway. 200k here. Cher and Bisker are up the road, but we have just 20 seconds. Looks like they're not happy with this move at all. So Bissiger does create a new group up the road. We have Padun, Rosetto, a few others, Bosen, Hagen, Geschke, a good rider here. Sadly, no Mikhail Scher. They wouldn't allow a second rider from our team in the break, but Tim Wellens and Elie Gesper, two good riders, especially Tim Wellens, look to be joining this group. So Elie Gesper opens up the sprint for this first KOM. Let's just see if Bissiger has the power to sprint over the top. It flattens out, which will help him. And Bissiger versus Wellens, that was very close. Bissiger is only 8 points behind Mark Padun. This is proving to be a very difficult stage. As you would expect, 68k still to go. Bissiger is clinging on as the likes of Simon Geschke and Rosetto are visibly struggling in this breakaway. Still just under 3 minutes, so we still have a fair chance at the stage, but with climbs coming up, perhaps unlikely. A great ride by Elie Gesper for Peugeot Clarion, fighting to get back on, and our lead in the breakaway has been cut. We have 5k to go to the top of this climb. If we can get over this climb with about a minute lead, I think we could potentially hold on for the stage win here, and even I could try and attack up to Stefan Bissiger. That's for later on in the stage. They were trying to press on with this 4-man group looking to hunt a stage victory. And now Padun has been dropped. Bissiger and Wellens are at the front, but a 57-second lead doesn't look too likely, I'm afraid. Stefan Bissiger and Tim Wellens enter the final effort on the day, but we have a 30-second lead. I'm afraid our chances at a breakaway win look very unlikely right now, and Bissiger is going to struggle to get over this climb, even in the peloton here. Let's drop it to maybe 80 with Bissiger and see if we can maybe stay in the main peloton, and look at the rhythm being set right now in this group. Over the top of the climb we go. Alaphilippe currently leads the group, and Bissiger is agonizingly out the back. We have 16k to go, and you know what, I'm going to drop, I think, Giovanni Aliotti to try and get Bissiger back into this group, because he could well take it in a sprint if we can get him to the front. Could be perfect for us, because Aliotti has done a wonderful job here trying to drag back Stefan Bissiger to the front group. We have 8k to go in this stage. No real tempo in the front group of 34 riders. Caleb Ewan falls further back though, and there you are. Stefan Bissiger is here for a potential mass sprint of 37 riders. Oh, but here we go. Balcom Mollema upping the tempo for Facebook Trek. I was hoping for a fairly easy finish, because Bissiger, as you see by his yellow bar, not feeling too great. Let's try and come to the right hand side. Does Bissiger have enough left after being in the breakaway for the entire stage so far? We have 2k to go. Pronsky is a decent lead out. Here we are. Pronsky trying to lead out Stefan Bissiger. Where is he? Getting blocked off horribly, but here comes Bissiger to the line. Pronsky even trying to hold on, and Vadim Pronsky takes the win in Cannes. What a win for the Kazakh out of absolutely nowhere. Bissiger, bless him, he had such a hard day out, but Pronsky makes up for that and more. Vadim Pronsky, the man of the moment today, 23 years old. He is a good sprinter for a climber, nothing like Bissiger's level, but what a win, beating Shackman Hershey and Alaphilippe in the final today. Away we go then for the final stage here at Paris-Nice. Kemna gets a +1, and I think we have to try and create some moves in the GC today. What on earth? Literally 2 seconds into the stage and Lenny Kemna goes down in the group behind. Luckily he does continue, and Joy Hindley will step out of the race. Sadly for him, we have Emmerich Mas. Roglic is here as well. Jumbo-Visma are going to wait with some guys, and I'm going to do the same. This has been an absolutely brutal first descent of Col d'Ez, because Roglic, Dumoulin, and of course our very own Lenny Kemna is behind. Zabel's just been dropped at 85. I think quite a few others have been dropped. Grunewagen is behind as well. He cannot stay with this tempo. Zabel, just try and stay here if you can. Kemna and Roglic should get back on, but they're going to use a lot of guys and a lot of energy. Panic over just about, because Kemna is back in. He's recovered a little bit. I'm sure the same goes for Roglic. We now have 9 riders at the front. Pronsky is here. Paraponcho. We have Tim Wellens, Guillaume Martin here. So a strong group again up the roads. and the pace remains high, so this is going to be a brutal stage with still 4 ascents of Coldairs. So we're now on the penultimate ascent right here. I did notice not all the climbs are the same, but Bisiga is going to move to protect Kemna and Vermarka. Aliotti Pronsky has been caught and now is being dropped as well from the main peloton after being in the breakaway earlier on, and we are really seeing a hard tempo. Let's make sure we move to the front with Lenny Kemna now. So we have arrived on the final climb on Coldairs right here. 23k to go in the stage. Miguel Angel Lopez is setting a rhythm on the front, the breakaway. Really don't have a big lead right now, and Aliotti is going to try and look after Kemna. Let's see if we can at least stay in this group, and if we have anything left after that really quite a big effort earlier in the stage, we can maybe try and attack. So Tom Dumoulin, who actually is in the top 10 with 6k to go on Coldairs, is going out the back. That's a surprise to me. We've actually come to the front of this group as we're entering this steep section. So here we go. Kemna slowly increasing the rhythm and hopefully laying down a bit of pressure on his rivals. Aliotti is now done, and now Lenny Kemna on the attack here at Paris-Nice. I think that was a bit of teamwork right there, because Aliotti with a big block, but Lutsenko, Roglic and all of these guys make a massive effort to try and catch the big German. You can see this is a massive move, but Lutsenko really is very strong. Let's try again. Another little kick over the top for Kemna, down to maybe 85. Let's just go 99 right now. Roglic follows us. Can we follow him? Apparently we can, and if we can sit in his wheel, that would be great, but these guys have only 10 seconds behind us. Come on, Kemna, push it over the top with Primoz Roglic. Evenepoel is going to have to do the work here. So surely this is down to Roglic. He is 20 seconds behind Remco Evenepoel in the GC, and I don't know why the other guys don't rely on Remco Evenepoel. Roglic is a decent descender, so we should be able to sit on his wheel at least for a little while. Here we go, 6k to go, the descent into Nice. We have just 10 seconds. I will work with Roglic a little bit. I've relied on him for a little while. Right now, 4k to go, and still we have a slender lead. Here comes Roglic. He's not going to push it onto the flat section. We still have a lead over these guys, but I think Tadej Pogačar is going to bring it all back in. So let's follow Primoz Roglic here into the final. Here comes Remco into the final kilometre. Remco on the attack, opening up the sprint. Can Kemna challenge for this one? Doesn't look like it. I think Hershey will hold on just about ahead of Maxi Schachmann. Great end to the race. Unfortunately, not a stage win. We won't really move up in the GC. I don't think anyone of note has been dropped. Thibaut Pinot does drop from 3rd place, so I think we will gain his position. Poor final day for Thibaut. Letnerson drops as well, but a really fun final stage. Well guys, we tried so hard to pile the pressure on right there with Kemna. In the end, not quite enough, and it was ironic how Roglic and Kemna, the two guys who crashed at the beginning, were the guys trying to attack away. Maybe what could have been if we hadn't had that crash. But anyhow, good stage for Kemna. Good race overall, and we do rise to 6th place after a poor day for Pinot and Tom Dumoulin. But I have to say, this man right here, Remco Evenepoel, was on another level at this race. What a rider. He is going to be one of, if not the main favourites at any race we enter. But anyhow guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was quite a long one, so hopefully you stuck with it and enjoyed Strade and Paris-Nice, 2 really fun races in my opinion. Decent first race for Lenny Kemna as well. Good to see him in the team. I'm actually currently recording Tirreno Adriatico as well as Milano San Remo, which you will see in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed today. Drop a like on the video if you did. Drop a sub to my channel as well if you're new. I'll see you in the next one.